Hi, Carrie from Carrie Alves Art Studio here, and today I'd like to begin a series of studio tips and tricks. And the first tip I'd like to share with you, we're going to go right back to the very beginning and learn how to properly sharpen your pencil. Now I realize this might seem really simple and almost a little bit silly, but the truth is learning to sharpen your pencil properly actually makes a big difference to how you approach your drawing and what the ultimate result can be. So let's get started. Okay, so I have my pencil and I have my utility knife with the blade extended a fair bit in order to be able to get some control over it. So what I'll do is I'll start back here, maybe about an inch or so, and I'll begin to shave the wood off. Notice as I'm shaving, I'm careful to sort of go down and then come back up again. What I'm trying to do is just take the wood off the lead without actually getting in there and scoring the lead. I'm also careful at the base of it not to go down too steep and too quick. What I want to do is taper it off and give it a nice long taper at the base so as to support the lead. Okay, so now my lead is exposed, an inch or so. Then what I'm going to do is take a basic sanding block. You can get this at any hardware store, you can get them at the dollar store, and it's about 200 grit, 220. Anything coarser, 100 or so, it'll just chew through your lead, and you know, it'll just disintegrate your lead. Anything finer, you're going to be there all day trying to sharpen this thing, but you're using the sandpaper actually to file your lead down. So what I'm doing is I'm going back and forth, and I'm rotating the pencil at the same time, because what I'm trying to do is not file the whole width of it. I'm trying to actually get it down to a fine point at the end. What you're going to end up with is actually a nice long lead like this with a nice point, like a hypodermic needle at the end. And this is what you want. If you don't have a sanding block, you can also just take the plain paper and just kind of use your hand as a support, and you can take the lead as well and just go back and forth. Do exactly what I did before, putting a little more pressure on the front while rotating your pencil all the while. It may take a little longer or whatever, but it works in a pinch. So why is it important to sharpen our pencil this way? Well, what I found was that when we use our pencil sharpened the normal way, we have a tendency to hold the pencil quite far to the bottom, and we have a tendency to hold it quite vertical. And as a result, it sets up a situation where we have a very limited range of motion. That's it. That's kind of the way the hand would comfortably work. There's also a tendency, because it's vertical, to press on the pencil lead a lot harder. And what I found was that the tendency was to bear down really hard on the lead and almost try and force the image into my will. And this is not what you want to be doing. When we use the pencil lead sharpened like this, by default you can't hold it in a vertical manner. It's just too difficult. It's too awkward. You can't get to the end of the lead. It just doesn't work. So by default it forces you to begin to hold the pencil much further back and on a much more sort of horizontal fashion. So you end up working with the pencil with a far broader sort of range of motion. Now you're going as an extension from your wrist and hand, and easily the marks that you can make are quite a bit bigger. So by default you end up having to deal with this in a very, very light touch. This is the proper way to draw, in order to slowly build up your drawing, and as you're trying to gain accuracy, you're carefully plotting your initial lines down and then building them up. So why does this matter? Well, first of all, when you're making your initial sketches or preliminary drawings or constructs, these are the kinds of lines you actually want to make. Just like this. You're very soft, sketchy, easy to erase, easy to work and change if you need to change them. As you get into the more finished drawing, again, having this small tip works a lot better. It allows you to get right into the grain of the paper if you need to. Get these really nice finishes without seeing the strokes or the marks or the pencil marks. And that is the benefit of sharpening your pencil like this. Well, I hope you found that useful, and if you did, don't forget to share and like this Facebook page. Thanks a lot and have a great day.